How's it going, everybody? And welcome back to the Marlon Wade's Weekly Podcast. I am your host, Marlon Wade. So I'm out here on my job again, doing security. Putting in that work, man. Put that hard work in. No, not really. I'm just out here just keeping an eye on the place. On my laptop, putting in a little bit of work, listening to some Robert Kiyosaki. Really just trying to soap up some financial game out here. That's one thing that a lot of people that I realize don't do. Especially when you're like real young and you're about to graduate high school. When people leave school, they kind of just they stop learning. They stop picking up a book. And they immediately just go and get a job and they just go get a job and start spending money. Nobody ever just keeps on learning new things, trying new things. Even for the most part, people just stop making friends. But anyway, I'm just here listen to a little Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad Poor Dad, and just good stuff out here, man. It's all about investing and thinking about the future, which a lot of people don't do. So you gotta make sure that you surround yourself with the right people who are actually thinking about that and thinking about their future. Because people in general don't think about their future. They think in terms of now. Which is okay, because you do got to be in the present now. You do. But to a certain extent, you have to think about what are you going to do next year? What do you want to accomplish next 2 years? You got to think about these things, because what's the popular quote? How's it go again? If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. There we go. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And a lot of people fail. They get to the point where they're 60 years old, 70, and they realize, whoa, I didn't even do anything with my life. Like I'm 70 years old now, and I didn't even really do what I wanted to do. And it might be too late. It could be. I don't know. There was a story of a 70-year-old woman, older woman, who wanted to run her own hotel, and she did it. She did it right before she died. So it might not be too late, but for most, it is too late for most people. So always be thinking about your future all the time. Whatever it is that you want to do. If you want to be a dancer, I don't know, anything. You want to start your own business, you want to sell supplements, start small, get into it slowly, and build up. But as long as you're doing what it is that you really want to do, because you also got to remember too, you may think that you want to do that, but when you start doing it, you'll realize that, whoa, I didn't really like this thing as much as I thought I did. But you'll never be able to realize that if you're just sitting on this idea that you think is going to be big and you think you're going to like. You got to go ahead and just go for it. Because it might not be a big of idea as you might think, and you might not even like it as much as you think, unless you just take that action and go for it. We all got that, that cousin, that uncle, or that brother, auntie, sister, whatever. We all know a person who has the big idea, and they're always talking about their big idea and what they're going to do and how they're going to do it, but they never seem to do it. They just talk about it. They're like, yeah, man, I got this the secret idea, man. I got this secret idea. It's gonna make me millions. And that's all they talk about in the family get-togethers. 5 years go by. Yeah, man, I got this big idea that I'm gonna do, man. It's gonna make me millions, man. Watch, you gonna see. 10 years go by, still talking about the same old idea. So you got to jump on things, because you never know how long, you don't know things. When you start a business, it usually takes 5 years to really grow that business, on average. Nowadays, with the help of the internet and having a laptop and all this technology, it actually cut that time down to about, I'd say, maybe 2 years. Some people are even, making it big with their businesses shucks, even like 9 months to a year. That's quick. That is quick compared to what it used to be. But that's neither here or there. Back to what I was saying. You got to think about the future. How much money are you saving? Don't just save the money. Think about, well, what can I invest in? Go on Vanguard.com. I'm on Vanguard. Go on there. Look at different stocks. Look at different mutual funds. Read up on investing, real estate. A lot of people get into real estate. I mean, I'm not really too huge on getting a house and putting tenants in there. I mean, I've seen some horror stories when it comes to that kind of stuff. So that's not for me. But the money there's a lot of money in that, because people need a place to stay and sleep. And people need a place to put their businesses. So real estate is probably the number one thing. Is owning real estate. But yeah, you there's so many things that you can do. Don't just I get sick and tired of people who just go to a job and that's their life. Well, I got this nice job, I work at some square job. Wow, I work at Target. It's like, well, is that all you're gonna do? Yeah, man. What do you mean? That's all I'm gonna do. I work at Target. I got a job. I'm making money. I'm paying my bills. I'm all right. Yeah, but dude, I mean, there's more to life than just waking up, going to the same place every single day for about 8 hours. Some people even longer. 40 hours a week, and just doing that repeatedly. And then maybe every once in a while, well, now let's go on a vacation. Let's go on a 7-day cruise vacation. If that's what you want to do, I'm not saying don't do it. But there's more to life than that. And you should want more for yourself. For me, my first job, I was working at a nursing home. Now, granted, the people there I loved. I loved the people, but I just couldn't do it because before that, I actually had my own business. I was running the gym, and I knew the feeling of doing something that you liked and having the freedom, even though the money wasn't really there. Just the feeling of, man, I'm doing what I like. I'm having fun. You're meeting new people every single day, and you got the freedom. You got that freedom. Now give and take. I'm not gonna say I had 100% freedom now. Because I did have a store. You got to be at the store at a certain time. You got to open it up. And I'm actually kind of glad that I'm out of the storefront type of business model. Now I'm going more towards online, because that right there is actually more 100% freedom. You can bring your laptop anywhere. You can bring this. You can bring this thing on the plane. You can bring this thing. Shoot, I don't know. I can even do a podcast while I'm driving. I'm not doing it right now. I'm actually on my job. But hey, that's even better. I'm on my job and I'm doing a podcast. You see that right there? Freedom, mobility. I recommend you start a business online. That's another way of making money. So you really just got to start thinking of ideas. Start thinking. People don't sit down with a pen and paper and really think. People don't do that. They're just, like I said, they're just going through life. They got their job and they're spending their money. Stop that. Stop buying things that you really truly don't even need. Just the other day I was in a store that the same plaza here that I do security at. I come around here around like 9 o'clock ish. Some of the stores are still open, and I go into one of them, and it was a clothing store. I go into the store and talk to one of the employees. We're sitting there chatting and whatnot, having a good time. And she's like, "Hey man, so when you gonna buy something, man? Hey, why don't you buy this perfume for your mom for I think it was for Valentine's Day." I go, "Nah, I'm all right. Well, maybe you sure are cheap, aren't you? you never buy nothing, Marlon. You just cheap. And I go, hell yeah, I'm cheap. I'm proud of it. Proud of it, man. I don't just buy things just to buy things. I know what I want to get. I save up for it, and I get it. I don't impulse buy. I don't need that perfume. My mom doesn't need that perfume. I'll get her something else, but I don't need that. And that's something that you always got to be thinking about that. Do I really need this? Do I really want it? Sometimes you got to really just sit on it. Because after like maybe 3 days go by, you'll say, you know what? I didn't really want that thing as much as I thought I did. And if 3-4 days go by and you still feel like you want it, go get it. Then go get it. But for most things, if you really just say, okay, I sit on that for about a day or two. For most things, that feeling of wanting it will go away. You say, okay, yeah, maybe I didn't want it. So, but yeah, just always think about, what do you want to do? Like I was saying before, there's literally hundreds of ways that you can make money, especially now, like I was saying, with technology and the internet. You got people like, let's say what else? Let's say in fashion. Fashion used to be where you had to have money, and if you weren't with the big dogs, making high fashion clothes in the runway, then you basically weren't anything. Now, you got all different types of people from all different ways of living, just coming in and making clothes that they want to make. For example, the hiking game. People who go out for hikes in trails and stuff like that. What they do now, they actually make their own trail clothes. They're out there walking. People who do it on a daily basis as a hobby. They're out there walking and they go, it'd be great if I can do like a they got this one hiking skirt that a woman made. She's like, well, why don't I make like a hiking skirt? Skirts are more, they're more freeing. They're not confining like pants. You get the airflow going. They're just more comfortable than pants. And she went out there, and that's what she makes. That's her one product. And that's fashion. She went out there, she bought the fabric. She got her sewing machine, learned to sew, and just started making them. And she got her own website. There's ways, man. There's always ways. Oh, the company I'm talking about is called purplerainsskirts.com. purplerainsskirts.com. Check them out. And they also got a male skirt as well. Which actually leads me to another person called Steven Villegas. He had an idea of, he wanted a kilt. Actually, he was working on his motorcycle in his garage, which is another hobby of his, which that he liked, and he was hot. He was always drinking down a cold beer, but for the most part, that was only cooling down the upper half of the body. What about the lower half? So he thought to himself, boy, I wish I could be wearing a kilt, but you know what though, kilts, they're kind of wool, that's gonna kind of do the opposite effect. And so in his mind, he started really just, coming up with how can he make his kilt his way. And he did. The company's called Utilakilts, and because like I said, he really just put his mind to it. Really just started thinking of different ways of things that he wanted. He had a good idea. He implemented it, and he's making money. Utilakilts.com, 2.5 million a year company, right there alone. But you got to be brave. Just think about what he's doing. He's basically making a male skirt, a skirt for men, right? That takes bravery. That's bravery right there. You're putting yourself out there. He didn't know maybe if this thing would have hit, maybe it would have missed. You don't know. But the fact that he did it and he put it out there, Now he knew that there's other guys out there that are actually thinking about the same thing that he was thinking about. And guy makes money. He makes millions now. So that's why you got to try. Never be scared to try, because you never know if that you're not the only one who has that idea, and you're not the only one who's thinking that same problem that you're thinking. Right? Just like Steven Villegas. He came up with the male skirt. It's more comfortable. He hates pants. It's too confining. There's millions of other guys out there thinking that same thing who didn't take that initiative, and he did, and now he's living the dream. So don't be hesitant. Go out there and if you have an idea, go do it. Take it slow. Take it a day at a time. Whatever it is that you want to do. Watch motivational videos. Start getting into, watching different Les Brown, Robert Kiyosaki, Eric Thomas. Just start watching motivational videos, and really get into that mindset of success and coming up with ideas, saving money. Surround yourself with those kind of people who think like that as well, and you will start seeing your life getting better and better every single day. So yeah. So that's that. And I also saw Deadpool the other day, actually. I know last week I told you guys I was going to see it and I was going to review it, and I will do that right now. All right, what I think about the movie? The movie, I will give it an A+. I'm going to give it an A+. All right, the movie was good. It was good. It wasn't really what I, initially when I heard, that they're going to make a Deadpool movie, I thought, okay, this right here might be a miss. I didn't really believe in the project, to be honest with you guys. Hey, guilty as charged. When it first came out, when I first heard of it, I was like, okay, this right here, I don't even know if this is going to be good right here. It's kind of like them saying, oh, well, hey, we're gonna make a Tailspin movie. The Tailspin from Disney, the old Disney 90s TV show. Well, we're gonna make a Tailspin movie, or hey, we're gonna make a My Little Pony movie. That's what I was thinking of. I'm just like, I don't know if that's gonna work. Just given the way that the character portrays himself in the comics, in the comics, But after seeing it, I was like, okay, now I see how they could have made it work, and it's excellent. The movie is funny. The movie's funny when it needs to be funny, and the movie's serious when it needs to be serious. And this guy right here, he really is the merc with the mouth. Ryan Reynolds did a very good job. The guy doesn't stop talking. It's just jokes after jokes after jokes, and when it needs to be serious, it's serious. At some points, you're like, whoa, I feel kind of bad for this guy. Given his origin story of what he actually went through, and what the guy goes through. And I'm gonna do a little spoilers. I think the movie been out for a while now, so I think you guys seen it already. So spoiler alert. What he basically went through was just, man, talk about torture. Just being put into this kind of pod like thing where you can't move, and then they strap you down from your ankles, your wrists, and your neck, and then they just basically just torturing the guy just so they can kind of get his mutant powers to activate. That's what they did. They injected him, and then I guess they gotta make him, put him through stressful situations to kind of make his mutant powers come out. So they were just trying all different kind of things. They put him in an ice box. They the worst one of them all is when they suffocated him for like 3 days straight. Damn. I would have gave up. I would have gave up. Like, hey, look, man, I'm done. I don't want powers. I'm good. This is just too much. If this is what I gotta go through to get powers, then, man, hey, I'll be Batman. I'll be Batman. I'll be a ninja. I'm all right. But yeah, just Just what he went through, it was very, very, very hard to watch. But yeah, the comedy. T.J. Miller, dude is funny. You know, all the some jokes for me was kind of a hit or miss. I'm not gonna say they all were great. Some of them were a hit or miss, but most of them were a hit. You know, especially the part where it's just more towards the end though, where he was helping Deadpool collect all of his guns, and then he goes, all right, man. So you know, I would go with you, but I don't wanna. You know that that part right there cracked me up, man. That was a good part. You know, but right from the beginning, actually, right from the beginning, it was a joke. You know, right from the credits, they were just saying, directed by some asshole, the comic relief, some slut. They were just saying different, you know, in the credits they were just saying, you know, different things. You know, I'm like, whoa, all right. So right out of the gate, they're already coming up with jokes. You know, I said, all right, this right here is gonna be pretty good and different. This is gonna be different. You know, and it was. You know, this guy he broke the fourth wall, what a lot of people were expecting. People were expecting that. He probably broke the fourth wall, and then he broke the 16th wall, as they say. This guy just he did a real good job, and you know, just like I was saying in my last podcast, people really got to thank Ryan Reynolds for the success of Deadpool. You know, because here you have a guy who's passionate about this character, and he really didn't like what they did to him in X-Men. Nobody did, really. I mean, first of all, you don't sew his mouth shut. The guy's nickname is the Merc with the mouth. Okay? That means he doesn't stop talking. Why would you sew his mouth shut? Who told you guys to do that, Fox? Who told y'all to do that? Where'd you get that from? That makes zero sense. I don't understand. I mean, what were y'all thinking? What were y'all heads at with that one? I don't know. But yeah, you know, just jokes like that. He was actually poking fun at that. You know, somebody said, well, not somebody. One of the villains. They were like, man, you know what? If you don't stop talking, I'm gonna sew your mouth shut. And he was like, oh, I don't think you want to do that. You know, so they were poking different, poking fun at different movies. They poked fun at Green Lantern. You know, that you guys saw it in the trailer, but they also did it in the beginning credits, where, you know, they showed the camera kind of going through. You know, Deadpool was actually fighting people in the car. It was a still shot, but they were going through the whole car, and they show a guy's wallet being flown out, and you see like the Green Lantern picture of Ryan Reynolds. And then I think you also see like a picture of it's like a magazine with Hugh Jackman there smiling. You know, that says "sexiest man alive." You know, so just different references to different things like that is what really separates Deadpool from any other, just any other movie in general. You know, let alone superhero movie. Just any other movie in general. You know, the guy's different, and you know, I'm glad for the success of Deadpool, man, because now studios now can really sit back and go, okay, there's different ways that we can do our movies now, especially superhero movies. We're not really kind of tied down to just doing PG-13, you know, which is kind of give and take. You know, I mean, you know, you do want the kids to come. You know, you want to sell toys, especially with Marvel. You know, Marvel has a reputation of being clean and for the family. So, you know, I don't think they would really, you know, put out a rated R movie like that. But yeah, just good movie, man. Really great movie. I can't say enough about it. I recommend it. Go see it. Bring a friend with you. It's a very good time. Very good time. It's hilarious. You know, so yeah, I give Deadpool as Jeremy Johns would say, is awesome-tacular. I'm just going to give it an A+. There we go. That's Deadpool's grade. It is an A+. So go see it. Great movie. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the next topic. There was this commercial that I saw on YouTube. You know, they always show the ads before they show the video. This commercial right here. Now, usually these commercials don't really bother me too much, but for some reason, this one right here, it just felt like they just didn't really give a shit about the guys. You guys know those kind of commercials where they make the guy look stupid. You know, the woman's a genius and the guy's a dope. He doesn't know how to do anything, and if the woman wasn't there, then what would the guy be? You know those kind of commercials. Yeah. Usually, I can take those commercials. They don't really bother me too much. Some of them go too far, but they don't bother me too much. But this one here was just, I'm just like, come on now, man. This is a little bit too much. It was a commercial from Downy, and it was about washing clothes, putting your clothes in the washing machine. And they asked the girl to say, "Well, would you trust your man with him washing your clothes?" And she goes, "No, nah, never. No, I would not trust my man doing my clothes. Never, nah." And they go, "Well, we invented this new this new product that you can put all your clothes, doesn't matter what color it is, and it'll come out nice and neat, and it wouldn't be all it wouldn't be all messed up." So she said, "Okay, well, go ahead." And so the guy does it, come back good, and she's like all shocked, like, "Oh my God, he actually did it pretty good. Can you do the dishes now?" And that's the whole commercial. The guy didn't say anything. He said nothing. He was just there smiling. And it's commercials like that for me, I feel like, okay, you're trying to cater to the women, but you got to recognize, Downy, that women aren't the only people who buy detergent. They're not the only ones who buy those stuff. Men do too. Men gotta wash their clothes. There's single guys out there. There's men who are married who, guess what, who wash their family's clothes. So you're gonna make the guy feel bad? I mean, come on. You don't gotta do that to cater to the women. Men and women buy detergent equally, right? Men and women do it equally. So come on now, let's not. There was no need to go out there and make a commercial like that. Here's what you could have done, right? Here's to me what would have been a neutral way of making a commercial like that. Say, hey, we got this new laundry detergent, and you don't gotta worry about putting this color with that color and matching up. You can just throw it in, and it'll come out looking nice and good. That would have been it. There you go. You wouldn't piss nobody off. Nobody would be angry. You don't have to cater to no one, make anyone feel bad. It would have been a good neutral commercial and straight to the point. To tell you the truth, I think that commercial would have sold you guys a lot more products than the one you made, making the guy look stupid. And there's a lot of guys out there. If you look in the comment section on that same commercial, it's a Downy commercial. It's very recent, so it'll come up. It's on our YouTube channel. If you go in the comment section, there's people out, there's men down there going, "Man, this is bullshit. I've been washing my own clothes since I was 8 years old. Ain't nothing hard about doing laundry." All right. And to be honest with you guys, there ain't nothing hard about doing laundry. I haven't learned how to do laundry until I was 24. Yeah, 24 years old. That whole time, I bet my mom was doing it. Right? Now, I learned just last year. I learned it. Learned it in 5 minutes. I slapped myself and said, "Why didn't I do this before? Why did I think this was hard? I know why. My mom told me that, oh, it's kind of hard. Most women try to make it look like, that what they do is so hard and so difficult. Oh man, this right here, this is trigonometry right here. This is rocket science. No, it isn't. All right, washing your own clothes, doing dishes, sweeping, vacuuming ain't hard. You want to know why? Because you got machines that do it for you. You ain't even got to sweep nowadays. What they got? They got these little robots now that you just push the on button, and they go around and they basically they clean the floor for you. So as women are bending over, telling the guys that what they're doing is so hard as they press their button on their machines, and then get back up and say, we're working hard. You're not doing your fair share around here. You need to get in here. Come off that roof. I know you're trying to fix the roof and everything in the middle of July, and it's hot. But you're not doing your fair share in here, and we're working hard in here. Well, what are the kids doing? Are you the kids are watching TV. I put the DVD on, so I don't gotta watch them. So I'm just sitting here, just want to annoy you, letting you know you're not doing anything. You're just out there cutting the grass, edging it in the heat. You're probably fixing the car too, but you're not doing your fair share in the house. It's like, come on now. Really, women? Really? What you do is that hard? I think it is, guys. I think most women like to just pat themselves on the back, and make it sound like what they do is so hard. There was this, and Bill Burr said it. It was what Oprah. Oprah said, yeah. So she has the hardest job in the world. She's a mother. Now, I don't know if she was serious or not. Maybe she knew she was bullshitting, but no, being a mom is not that hard. All right, it ain't that hard. I don't know. Let's see. What else is harder than being a mom? I don't know. How about coal mining? How about them guys that go on the ground that do coal mining? How about them guys that actually go on roofs on the daily? What about them guys? And what about the construction workers who are out there, especially the ones in New York who make skyscrapers? Gotta go way up there, not knowing that, well, maybe today I might fall. Maybe today I might fall and get hurt or die. I don't know. What about them? Don't you think maybe they have their hardest jobs in America? I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one that thinks that. Women, you got to realize something. And I'm not saying that, you don't have a hard life, because some of you do. Some of you, you're working hard and you're trying to make something of yourself. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the kind of women who are in these kind of commercials here, who go around, talking about how much work they do and their husbands are never home. Like, come on now, man. Where's my husband? He's never home. I'm doing all this work and he's never home. Like, you wanna know where he's at? He's working. He's trying to keep the house. He's trying to keep the house. That flat screen that you got, he bought it. See that walk-in closet? Yeah, you want to keep it? He needs to go to work. Right? Okay, that's why he's at work. That's why you don't see him most of the time. Alright, so I don't know, man. Sometimes I think it's just me going, kind of going crazy here, because every single time I'm in real life and I say these things, it's like I'm alone. But if you go online, you'll see all the comments. But in real life, it's like, where's everybody at? Why is there, everyone gets quiet. It's very true what Bill Burr said. People do get quiet. It's like, you can't say nothing about the girl, the woman, You can only say stuff about the guy. That's very true. It's like whenever I'm around a bunch of women and I call them out on their BS, and everybody knows it's BS, but the people they still get on me like I'm wrong. I'm like, what? Hold on here. It's kind of like at my old job. Now there was only, I think it was me. I used to work with my brother, and it was another guy. So 3 guys, right? And the women there, it was mostly women. The women there would fill up the trash can to the brim. I'm talking about to the brim. This trash kind of falling off. So this thing is heavy. And it's the guy's job to go out there and throw out the trash. Fair enough. All right, fair enough. Nothing wrong with that. But do you have to fill up the whole goddamn garbage? Can't you at least go halfway and say, hey guys, you probably throw it out so it don't get too heavy? They fill it up to all the way to the brim. Well, you guys are guys, so you guys should be able to take it. We're like, what? No. Well, we ain't trying to hurt our backs now. At least help us out. Help us out somewhat. Goddamn. I remember one time I was there by myself and they filled up to the brim. So I proceed to go out and take it out, but I can't lift it. So I had to go back in there and say, hey, I may need some assistance here. And you know what they said? You know what they told me? How you gonna ask a woman to help you with the trash? I said, hold on now. I'm only one guy. I can't lift this thing, man. This thing is heavy. And what you gonna do when I break my back? Huh? You wanna know what you gonna do? Here's what you gonna do. You gonna go to work tomorrow and you gonna forget about me. That's what's gonna happen. That's like what's gonna happen. Because you wanna know why? Because men are disposable. We're disposable. We're the only ones who have to sign up for the draft. We're the only ones who have to do that shit. When we sign up to vote, we have to register for the draft. When we sign up to do the whatchamacallit, get financial aid for college, we got to sign up for the draft. Women, girls don't got to sign up for the draft. So they get to vote, but don't got to sign up for the draft. Go to college, get financial aid, don't got to sign up for the draft. So basically, men are out there. We never know when another draft is going to come. I mean, which might not. Another draft may not. It may never come. I highly doubt that it's going to come. But just given the fact that, it can happen and we got to sign up and they don't. It's like, wait a minute. So that means that we're deserving to be able to vote. That means we deserve it. We got to sign up for the draft, never knowing that tomorrow we may get the call and we got to go out there guns blazing and possibly die. So we actually are fighting for our freedom while women are getting it for free. Now that right there is some bullshit, if you ask me. I don't know, man. It's like, I'm glad I got a podcast, because whenever I talk about this stuff in real life, people just get quiet and they go, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I'll tell you what you're gonna do. You gotta fight back. Men, get up. Take your balls back. I mean, gee golly. It's like you guys just gave up. You wanna know why women nowadays have more rights than men? Because men are just giving it away. Women know that men like sex. And women like sex too, but the difference is that they use it as a weapon. For them, it's a weapon. And what do guys do? Man, shoot, hey man. It's all about just getting that vagina, man. I'm just trying to get that VJ. That's all I'm trying to do. You know what I mean? So it's what the girls like. Man, fool, what do you like? What do you want to do, man, with your life? Life ain't all about just going and getting girls. Grow up. Life ain't, you see a nice looking girl? Yeah, I admire her. Look at her. She looks good. I do that too. Nothing wrong with that. But what do you want to do? Make yourself happy. You're important too. Don't let people always tell you, you know, oh, ladies first, which is okay. But when you say things like that, people need to realize that you're making it sound like, and you're making men really and truly feel like that women are just like more important. You know, like they're just so much better than us that we gotta put them first. And even now with this whole feminist culture, what they're trying to do in schools, where they're trying to have it where the girls get to say their point of view, their opinion first, and the guys gotta be quiet. If you want to be equal, you have to make it where everyone can say their piece. No one should be able to go first. The other one gotta be quiet. You know, and then when the guys say their piece and the women, you know, they say something the women don't like, the women interrupts them, which happens a lot, by the way. Happens a whole lot. Just watch the look all of Milo Yiannopoulos' videos. They're always interrupting that guy, and that guy is he's good. He's a good guy. He's fighting for the right cause, fighting for men, which we need. But the feminists are always interrupting the guy. Almost never let the guy talk. The guy has to be slick, just like them, and say slick comments in order to get back at them. And that's why they hate him. That's why we love him. But yeah, you know, it's like nowadays women have more rights than men. You know, there's this thing where, you know, and I'm not saying that I agree with it. Where men can't hit women. Now, no, men shouldn't hit women. Totally agree. But women shouldn't hit men. No one's not saying that. No one's not telling the girls that. We're just telling the boys, hey man, never ever hit a girl. Never hit a woman. You never do that. But no one's not going on the other side and telling the girls, never ever hit a boy. Never ever hit a man. Don't do that. No one's not saying that. All they're saying is, well, the guys, they're so strong that they can't feel it anyway. Doesn't matter. Women they're like ninjas, man. They're like brain ninjas. They'll catch you in your sleep. They'll catch you in your sleep, man. They'll throw hot water on you while you're sleeping. That's some cruel shit. That's some brutal stuff right there. You know? But yeah, man, just I don't know that. Women getting to hit men, that really annoys me, because I've been in situations like that. And it sucks. No one should have to go through that, especially guys, because guys work hard. You shouldn't have to go through a situation where, you're standing there, this woman's hitting you, berating you, talking all this junk to you, her finger in your face, and you're just kind of sitting there, kind of just backing up like, hey, and that's all you can do. And people around you, they're kind of just staring at you. No one's stepping in, kind of holding her back. They're just staring at you like, oh shoot, I don't want to get involved, man. I don't want to get involved. But as soon as you defend yourself, after she done slapped you a couple of times up in the head, and you get angry and slap it back, that's when people want to come in. Hey, what are you doing? You can't do that. That's when people want to step in. That shit annoys the hell out of me. It really does. It's like, you mean this whole time you had the woman hitting the guy, and you weren't gonna step in and say, hey, what are you doing? Don't hit him. Don't do that. You can't assault him. No one's not doing that. That's why women nowadays feel that they can get away with anything. And they do. They do, even if it's caught on camera. They show the women doing all this crap, all this junk to the guy. And then when the guy does something back, it goes on national news. Oh, the guy hits a woman. Oh, this is terrible. And then they go on, they get the football players to wear the pink shirts, National Women's Day, and the girl gets all these gifts and stuff. Like, wait a minute. What about what she did to him? It's all on camera. And because you want to know why? Because there's never a reason. There's never a reason to hit a woman. Like the famous Bill Burr said. Never a reason. Nah. There's There's reasons. You just don't do it. But there's definitely reasons. I can tell you 2 right now. Let's say if I don't know. Let's say if I had a daughter, and this woman was come up to her, punching her, hitting her. She did the rock bottom with her. Is it okay then to go ahead and maybe knock her up a few? Let her come to her senses. Is that okay? No. What if she got a knife and I don't know. I had a son. She had a little knife and she was kind of trying to stab him. Maybe okay? Is that okay? Maybe then maybe we can go ahead and kind of just give her a little uppercut. No. I don't know. I just feel like people really should tell the women also not to hit the guys, because I feel like everything just going one way. The pendulum has just gone one way. People are just focusing on what the women are going through, and they're not focusing on what the men go through. There's this thing where people think that men have all this power, and we don't. Men, there's a lot of men out there who are working jobs that they don't want to do, who gave up their dreams to take care of their families. There's men out there who are taxi drivers, men out there who are, I don't know, they're managers for some retail store, and they gave up their dreams because they had a family, and it's like, hey, I got a family now, I gotta make sure everyone is okay. I can't just struggle and go for my dream anymore. I got kids, I got a wife now, I gotta make sure everyone is taken care of. And that guy gave up his dream, and every day he goes into a job that he hates, that's probably eating away at his soul, that he has to work at. He has to. There's no quitting. See, for women, there's quitting. Women can quit their job and be a stay-at-home mom. They can go to their husband and complain and say, I don't want to work anymore. I want to stay at home with my kids. See, women can do that shit. Most men can't. Maybe only 1% of men can do that. Because I know someone's going to say, yeah, well, men can do that too. Yeah, maybe 1%. You're talking about 1%. But for the 99% of men out there, they have to work. There's no just stop telling their wife, hey, I want to stop. I want to take care of my kids. I mean, just think about that. Hey, man, I don't want to work anymore. I want to stay home with the kids. People will laugh him out of the building. Say, man, get your ass to work. But man, there's just, I don't know. I know I'm kind of all over the place with this, and just stuff like that bothers me. This whole feminist thing just really bothers me, because they're really just focusing on what the men are doing. They're not focusing on what the women are doing, and that annoys me. But I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'll just go ahead and end it here, guys. Been on for almost about maybe 40 minutes now, possibly even more. Yeah, it's a pretty good one. I think I'll go into more detail about this whole feminist, thing, women hitting men and all this other stuff. I think I get into that into the next podcast, because that's something that needs to be talked about. I feel like that's something that needs to be talked about, and yeah, I guess until my next movie review would be the Batman vs Superman, which is going to come out in March. I believe it's March 25th. Yeah, the March 25th. So I can't wait for that movie. That's going to be the next movie review. But yeah, Deadpool, go see it. See it right now. Go see it again, and then go see it again, and then see it one more time after that. Great movie. Ryan Reynolds and TJ Miller did a great job. Alright, so alright, that's it. I guess I'll see you guys next time. You have a good one. Peace.